Fact of the day.
Fact of the day.
Hello, hi, and welcome to Fact of the Day with me, Mark Lotsu. The dark web isn't always a safe haven. Firstly, what is the dark web? Well, it's part of the World Wide Web, www, but you need special software, and most people use something called a Tor browser to actually access it. And then once you're there, it's got websites that you can search just like you do on a normal web. But some sites are so hidden that the only way you can get to them is by typing in the exact web address. As in, they've not been indexed by a search engine, so you can't type in find blah 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 and it pops up because it doesn't exist unless you type it exactly in. So within the dark web, there are sites where you can buy illegal products. You've got things like Pirate Bay, where you can get pirated films and music, and you've got something called Silk Road, which is a black market site where you can buy illegal goods such as guns and drugs. Crazily, there's even a crowdfunded assassination site where you can go on and multiple users can pay towards having somebody assassinated. And what is the currency on the dark web? The currency on the dark web is Bitcoin. And the majority of people think that using Bitcoin on the dark web, using Bitcoin full stop, is completely untraceable, which isn't actually true. The FBI managed to track, trace and capture 2 users of a child abuse website on the dark web, which is good. And researchers at Qatar University in Doha were able to trace and identify 125 Tor users on the dark web. They were able to do this because the users were using Bitcoin addresses that they posted at some point somewhere on Twitter or on Facebook. They posted the Bitcoin addresses and then they simply cross-referenced the addresses with the transactions made on the dark web. And then the researchers contacted all of the users and says, "Hi guys, we know who you are because you used these addresses," and the people just didn't get in touch, which isn't really surprising. Now, the dark web is not only used for nefarious purposes. Tor has been used to help organise the Arab Spring. So the activists responsible for organising the Arab Spring used Tor to remain anonymous. But it seems mostly it's used for slightly underhand purposes. But now governments and law enforcement agencies are becoming much better, much more astute, much more accurate at identifying the users, the people behind the transactions made on the dark web. And by doing these cross-references, they're able to identify who these people are, which is really good. So if you're doing something dodgy on the dark web, your days could be numbers. That is, the dark web isn't always a safe haven. Thanks for tuning in. Love you, bye, love you, bye, love you, bye.